G'day guys, Ethan here from Caravan HQ. Today I'm going to show you the best prospect on the Australian market for two people to do a lap around Oz. Today I've got my Network RV 21'6" rear club, absolutely packed full of features at a fantastic price. Let me give you a quick rundown. Engineered for off-road use, we've got a DO35 hitch standard at the front of the van. Now this is developed by Cruise Master to give you better lateral movement as you go off-road. So it'll spin side to side and it'll also spin front to back. Now one big thing that we really like about it here at HQ is that this also spins 360 degrees. And we like to think that's just a little bit of an added safety feature. So God forbid if something were to go majorly wrong, this van were to start to tip, it almost isolates your car and the van. On safety, of course, we have a trail safe breakaway standard on the van as well. If we keep going along, you'll notice 6-inch thick Australian steel chassis. Now with that of course extends all the way out past the back rear tyres of the van, and on this one we've got a flat floor. So that means we've got a 6-inch chassis on top of another 6 to give you a lot better clearance and a bit more space inside. You'll also notice at the front of the van, 2 9-kilo gas bottles, nice and easy. Coming around the van, we've got a straight through tunnel boot, so you can bring all your gear away with you. Nice and tall, so you will fit those really ridiculous camp chairs that you lie back in. Then straight at the front, we've got your 15 amp inlet, as well as a Transgo antenna point. So if you're in the middle of nowhere, you want to watch a bit of Foxtel, this is where you plug your satellite into. Just down below here, we've got our grey water outlet. So standard on the van are going to come with 2 95-litre freshwater tanks, 95-litre grey water tank. So when you're at a national park, you can collect your own water and you avoid all those pesky fines. While we're just quickly talking about water tanks, you'll notice on our vans, each come with its own filler point. That way when you fill them up, you can isolate the tanks and also make sure you don't get any big air pockets inside it. Just in front of me here, you'll notice everyone's least favourite job, the toilet cassette. Standing on our Network range, 16-inch wheels with 10-inch drum brakes. Obviously being an off-roader, we use a nice big high-profile rim, so it gives you a fair bit more clearance. Connected to that is our Tough Rider independent suspension system with twin shocks and a king spring coil, built to take you anywhere you want to go. Coming up, we of course have our jacking point. Beside that, we have our Swift hot water system. My favourite part about the Swift system is that it's self-maintaining. So there's no anodes or anything that you can forget about that are going to cause you grief later on in life. Just below that, we have our battery boxes. So standing on this van is going to come with 2 100 amp AGM batteries and 2 170 watt solar panels. And so you can bring absolutely everything with you. We also have another straight through tunnel boot. Continuing along the van, we've got a 4-arm rear bar designed to carry a fair bit more weight. So if you want to put another spare tyre, additional jerry can holders, anything like that, you're more than welcome to. And of course, we have a reversing camera, built to save your marriage when you're backing into a campsite. Now, with the cladding of the van, you'll notice that we've got a smooth finish. So we use a one-piece die-bond cladding on each side of the van, and the way that's designed is a sheet of aluminium, sheet of rubber and sheet of aluminium sandwiched together. The idea behind that is if I go and hit it, all right, you'll notice it's very hard to dent. Behind that cladding, all right, we do of course have a full timber frame. So we use a Meranti timber frame to give you a bit more flex as you're going over that lateral movement, even just down the motorway or off-road. And then just below our cladding, we also have really nice and high checker plate. You'll notice that goes all the way around, and that's to avoid any damage to a beautiful coloured van as you drive through tight, narrow tracks. Moving on, we have the other side of our tunnel boot. Nice, easy roll-out awning, grab handle with a courtesy light, jacking point as a must-have. We've got a 10 amp outlet, USB points, 12-volt socket, and perfectly positioned, just a picnic table to put a TV on and plug in if you'd like. Otherwise, beer, wine and cheese. The one thing to be mindful of is this has a 25 kilo weight limit. Talking from experience, it will not hold your weight after a few too many. Up high, we've got our courtesy lights, one on each side of the van, and between those, we have our external sound system. We've then at the front of the van, in our tunnel boot, got a slide out Ziggy. I for one prefer cooking outside, and then just beside it as well, we have a tap on the drawbar so you've got access to your fresh water. Coming into my van, to my right, you'll notice we've got this massive club lounge, perfect for 2 people. If we spin this table, you can both sit back, put your feet up, relax and have a coffee, or you can spin it back and have a meal. Now my favourite part about this van is our rear window and our side window. So if you think you're at a beachfront site, you're going to reverse in, and as you're having a meal, you can turn behind you and you've got a full panoramic view of that gorgeous ocean. Moving along, in our vans, full black tapware standard. We then have a recessed bench top, so it gives you an extra bit of cooking space, 3 gas burners, 1 electric, obviously a grill, and then a microwave below. We do of course have a range hood above that with a courtesy light built in. On the other side of the kitchen, we've got 2 nice and big pantries. Beside that, we've got a large fridge, nice big freezer above. Now that's of course a 3-way fridge, so it'll use gas, car battery, or 240 volt. Perfect, because it gives you a little bit more versatility no matter where you are in Australia. And then just below the bench, also comes standard with a built-in washing machine, keeping you on the road longer, keeping you from getting a bit of a smell. We of course have our TV, as well as our internal sound system. So we have a speaker in the living room, speaker in the bedroom, and of course, speakers outside as well. We also have a wind-up aerial that is omnidirectional. So you can pull down and you can actually rotate the aerial to get better reception no matter where you are in Australia. Not to mention, of course, we also have an aircon standard. That is reverse cycle, so no matter where you are, you can heat or cool. Moving through the van, we've also got a centre ensuite. Now the centre ensuite comes with 2 key benefits. The first is because it sits directly over the axles, it helps with weight distribution. So we don't have a heavy bathroom at the rear. The other is it helps with the layout of the van. So we've effectively got separate rooms. We've got our living and dining, we've got our ensuite, and then we've got our bedroom. So if you want to have guests over, you can shut off the bedroom, they have access to your ensuite, and then you also have a living area. In that ensuite, we have an absolutely massive shower. Like, I am talking ridiculously big. Perfect for 2 people. What 2 people are going to do in the shower, I don't know, but there's plenty of space for that. To the right, we of course have a toilet, and above its head, a skylight. Now the really precious thing about that skylight is its positive and negative pressure. So you can pull air and smells out of the van when you're going to the bathroom. In front of it, we of course have a vanity, nice and big mirror, and a sink that's plenty big for a shave. Coming into the bedroom, we've got a full inner spring mattress with a pillow top, so you're not gonna have any sleepless nights on the road. Up to the right of it, we've got a Sirocco fan for airflow. We also have a skylight. That skylight comes with the added benefit of if you park under a night sky, you can watch the stars as you fall asleep. Up in the far left, we have space for a spare TV. So if you want to watch the footy from bed, or someone's watching something down here that you don't want to watch, come in here, get the TV going. And then we have absolutely massive wardrobes. So nice and deep, you can actually bring your entire wardrobe on this one. Underneath the bed, we've got a fair bit more storage, and then just to the right of it, we've got a bit of battery componentry. That is of course separated so nothing bangs into it. We've got our battery charger, little courtesy light, our battery protector, and just our 10 amp fuses. Nice and easy to access to, but still out of the way. Walking out of the van, right by the door, for your courtesy, we have a 12 volt kill switch. Flick that, all your 12 volt conveniently turns off, and you can leave the van for the day. And guys, that concludes the tour of our 21'6" rear club Network RV. If you're looking for the best value for money off-road caravan in Australia, come and say g'day to the team at Caravan HQ.